When there is insufficient blood reaching the vital organs, it can lead to death. This type of condition is called circulatory shock. There are several kinds of circulatory shock, and we're going to look at three of them. Hypovolemic shock, which means shock due to low volume of blood. This can happen due to trauma or injury and blood loss. The next one is anaphylactic shock, which is caused by an allergic reaction that is very severe. The third type of shock is called septic shock, and this is caused by a bacterial infection. Each one of these shocks lead to death in a matter of minutes to hours to days. We're going to take a closer look at each of these types of circulatory shock. Anaphylactic shock is caused by severe allergies, and this causes histamine to be released in large amounts. Histamine causes massive vasodilation that causes our blood to get lost in the veins and they pool in the veins. And so the venous return is very low, and as a result, the cardiac output goes down as well. And when the cardiac output is low, blood volume is low, leading to blood pressure being dangerously low. As a result, blood cannot be pumped to the brain, and this can lead to coma or death within a few minutes to a few hours. The treatment for anaphylactic shock is epinephrine. Epinephrine is another name for adrenaline, and it is given to the person in the form of an EpiPen. If a person has an EpiPen, they can use it right away. Otherwise, it is administered intravenously. Epinephrine is a potent vasoconstrictor. If you remember, histamine causes vasodilation, epinephrine causes vasoconstriction. So it opposes the effect of histamine and it brings things back to homeostasis. It goes back to the normal blood pressure, and blood can now be pumped to all parts of the body. So it reverses the effects of histamine and brings the blood pressure back to normal. Septic shock can be caused by pressure ulcers that frequently appear in patients that are immobile. And this can lead to a bacterial infection that is caused by the Staphylococcus bacteria. The staph bacteria release toxins into the blood, which causes massive vasodilation. This vasodilation causes our blood, which we only have 5.5 liters, to get lost in the veins. So when this blood pools in the veins, blood cannot return to the heart, and so venous return goes down. And when venous return goes down, cardiac output goes down, leading to blood volume going down and blood pressure going down as well. As a result, blood cannot be pumped to the brain, leading to coma or death. The treatment for septic shock is antibiotics. Antibiotics are chemicals that work only against bacteria. So the patient is given antibiotics intravenously until the blood pressure goes back to normal and all vital statistics return to normal. The third type of shock is hypovolemic shock. Hypo meaning less, volemic meaning volume. This means the blood volume has become dangerously low, leading to death. This is caused often by trauma. So if a person has been injured and is suffering a great deal of blood loss, hypovolemic shock is the result. So when there is a large amount of blood loss, blood volume goes down greatly. So when blood volume goes down, blood pressure goes down as well. Blood pressure goes down greatly. And now there is not enough pressure to pump blood to the vital organs. And this results in death. The treatment for hypovolemic shock is blood transfusion. Blood has been lost, so blood must be replaced.